Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between XiaoBai and EVST here on Lost Temple. We have XiaoBai spawning over here at the 7 o'clock position as the purple Protoss player. Meanwhile, EVST spawning as the blue Protoss player over here. Now, this shoutcast and commentary is sponsored by Raptor. Go ahead and check out their website and download the Raptor client. The Raptor client allows you to keep in touch with all of your friends, regardless of what gaming console they're on. Xbox Live, Steam, Battle.net. On your PlayStation 3, you can link all of those accounts and you can figure out, hey, you can poke a friend, Zerg rush him, and tell him to, get off of Modern Warfare 2 and start playing some more StarCraft 2. Okay, in comes this probe now from XiaoBai. XiaoBai moving in with this early probe. We'll be able to get some sight in, and now, we already see EVST throwing down a very early pylon over here. So this early pylon we'll be able to establish an expansion very, very easily. Very, very different from the opening that we see XiaoBai opening with that early gateway. Now, this one pylon is going to be a little bit delayed, and now the second gateway will be delayed once again. Will EVST be so delayed that he is unable to really get anything? No, he's going for an earlier, he's going for a standard 11 gateway, while XiaoBai went for... Wait, he's sitting at 12 over 18 food. It looks as though XiaoBai is a little bit ahead in the economic game and also in that tech game as well, as we now have a forge coming into play. So with that forge coming into play, we should be a forge and a gateway, perhaps a cannon or two to try to hold off on to hold this front door. One probe now getting these shields down to 40 hit points, or 40 shield points, but that pylon will be able to continue to regenerate in just a moment. Very, very nice dancing ring around this pylon over here as this one probe now deciding to pull back. This forge nearing completion. And as soon as this forge completes, 45 units at a time, we'll be able to start laying down cannons. And I think that was a really, really smart play, just because XiaoBai got these earlier gateways, and this is going to be a 2-gate rush. We do not see an assimilator and zealots already being trained up. So we have one photon cannon coming in, and now EVST may lose this one probe over here. Probe already down to 5 hit points, unable to get that second cannon down, and that may be critical. Not getting that second cannon down, it was absolutely huge. As another probe now going to be coming in, one zealot now rushing in as well. Will this probe be able to get a cannon down in time, get this gateway? It needs that second cannon. There it is. And will that zealot be able to run along this position? And that's really going to be the key issue. No, that zealot waiting for a friend, and now a second zealot coming in, and a third zealot with that chrono boost will be able to come in and join the fight as well. So we're going to have 3 zealots try to bust through this front door. There are 2 photon cannons down, and the second photon cannon needs another 15 game seconds. And will it get there in time? Not quite sure. XiaoBai giving his opponent those precious, precious seconds. And now that second cannon will be able to warp in as we have a very early nexus. In comes this gateway. And will that gateway be able to do enough? Photon cannons, probes trying to push around these zealots over here, taking some quick damage. One zealot has been taken down. Another photon cannon coming in, and those zealots now sitting over here, unable to really get anywhere else. Perhaps they'll be able to try to squeeze in here. Will this probes blocking the ramp, and nicely done. XiaoBai unable to really do anything. Now being forced to try to take down this pylon. We do have another photon cannon here as those probes doing a beautiful dance, and very nicely done. 4 probes holding the line, and now one zealot down very, very low, down to 19 hit points. The other one down to 91 hit points, but now recharging shields. So will they be able to focus down that one zealot? Zealot down to 7 hit points, and now things are looking very, very bad indeed. EVST now trying to focus down this nexus over here. There is some zealots sitting over here, but no chrono boosting off of this gateway. A really, really large issue. Why isn't anything happening as these probes now move off? One of those probes did in fact get a kill on one of these zealots. Zealot nearly full on hit points there, but still not training anything else. EVST needs to start getting more probes and start training up more units. The second nexus is down over here, and now we will be able to get additional mining done. This one pylon very, very critical as these zealots continuing to pull, trying to do as much damage. One of these probes very, very low on hit points. A pylon now being warped in as well. Down goes another probe. A simulator finally being warped in. And why isn't a zealot being trained? That is just absolutely huge. There is a gateway. That zealot could come out, join the fight, and then really, really change the state of the game. There is only one zealot here, though, so a photon cannon should be able to warp in just a second. And do we finally have? Yes, we finally have a Zealot now being trained off of that gateway, but that may be too little too late, as this pylon over here now taking some damage as well. More units being loaded up on this front door over here. We do see XiaoBai now getting the Cybernetics Core, now getting the Twilight Council, so we'll be able to blink or Zealot charge its way through. EVST finally coming in with one Zealot, and that Zealot will be joining the party late to receive this, to take down this Zealot. And now all this Zealot really needs to do is just chase down and try to take this one. Oh, XiaoBai getting stuck there. Zealot now just running around these mineral patches as more probes being transferred to the low ground. Really a bad play by EVST. EVST not training the Zealot early enough, had 400 minerals for quite some time and was not supply locked. Zealot's now returning home as we are now getting that Cybernetics Core. We are getting Stalker Blink, so he is going to transition from Zealots to Stalkers. As we're also getting a robotics facility. Robotics facility will be able to start shooting at the forge and the gateway. And once these production buildings are gone, EVST is going to be severely behind. Needs to try to get some more cybernetics cores, perhaps void rays to try to change up the game, just because that front door, gateway, and forge is so vulnerable. EVST now doing a quick check, making sure that there is no expansion coming in from XiaoBai. So it does have the economic lead, or should have it. Yeah, we do see XiaoBai. No, XiaoBai has the economic lead at 32 harvesters compared to 28, but EVST should be able to catch up very easily. Extra chrono boost and extra nexi or nexuses to start training. We do have a proxy pylon right here by this Xel'Naga watchtower, and those stalkers are going to be able to just take down this forge and this gateway. I'm not sure why EVST isn't producing units. Still training up probes. Another cannon coming in, and this is just not a good sign for EVST. EVST needs to change up the strategy. More cannons being placed down, only one pylon powering them all. And now with this gateway taken down, a second gateway should already be warped. Should be warped in to try to replace it. These photon cannons nearing completion should be done in just a moment, but these stalkers will not be able to push in that easily. The stalkers, I don't know why, are not trying to take down the photon cannons as they're being warped in. Gonna have a much more difficult time as another photon cannon coming in. Where is the backup pylon? There's one pylon here, and that is it. We do see a robotics facility coming, warping into play, and now chrono boosting a warp gate research, even though they doesn't have any gateways. So that is once again very strange. We do see pylons over here warping up to this high ground, and EVST does not see it. Oh, able to blink up, and now things are going to get even worse for EVST. EVST gonna lose this pylon, and now this game has got to belong to XiaoBai. XiaoBai able to just blink in and just take down these units over here. We see EVST smartly transferring his probes from the high ground to the low ground. The second pylon in position, now powering as this robotics facility going to be completed. These stalkers, however, finish taking down that cybernetics core. Stalkers with their particle disruptors simply destroying so much. Over here, though, EVST setting up a weird proxy pylon, and now going to perhaps throw down a nexus here. If the game goes long, that may be a very strong strategy, but I can't see how this will all work out. One Zealot now coming in from XiaoBai, trying to look for any additional expansions. Will quickly find that pylon being warped in over, or this pylon over here. Zealot's gonna ignore it and be able to easily take down this nexus. Smartly cancels these buildings and now pulls away. Back over here, Stalkers finishing off this over here, as we now have Immortals being trained. We do have a robotics bay, so with one robotics, oh, Stalkers blinking to this low ground, and all these probes just getting destroyed. This is not even a fair fight here. XiaoBai simply making a fool of EVST at this stage. Immortal does deal more damage than a Stalker, but the Immortal has a range of 5 instead of a range of 6 that the Stalkers have. Those Stalkers are able to deal significant damage before that Immortal even gets within range. The overshields don't help that much, only reducing the damage from 14 down to 10, and those shields already depleted. Stalkers continuing to blink away, and now down over here may be able to, oh, 2 Immortals now coming in. So 2 Immortals to try to hold off this attack. Not enough minerals for a Colossi, or for any Colossus. As a Zealot now will be able to take down this last probe over here. Probes now running head on into this charge over here. Immortals trying to get some damage in. Stalkers blinking away. Oh, very nicely done, losing a couple units there. But EVST gotta realize that he's in such a difficult position. I cannot see how he can come back. Stalkers now continuing to blink onto that low ground. One Immortal on the low ground, trying to fight off this whole entire large attack. Stalkers attacking, and now this Immortal moving back and forth, just taking so much damage. Stalkers continuing to blink, and things just not looking good once again. Photon Cannon's able to get a couple quick shots off, and EVST should just GG. There is one Colossus being trained, but what is one Colossus without the extended thermal lance research upgrade going to do against this many Stalkers? There are, what, 7 Stalkers there? And now we already SciaoBai. He is now macroing up into a very, very large, what, 5 base play or 5 gateway play, 2 bases with a robotics facility, getting extended thermal lance range, and SciaoBai now comes in, was able to come in with his own Colossus over here. So Colossus now dueling each other. Stalkers now able to blink in and try to get off a couple quick hits. Will this Colossus be able to do anything else? No. As we see more mining of gas and gas alone, things just not looking good. Extended thermal lance range has been completed, or is now being researched. No chrono boost there, and EVST says GG. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll try to cast higher level games. I've been trying to find more mirror matches. Just a lot of Terran Zerg and Terran Protoss. Thought this replay would be able to change it up and make it a little bit more lively. I'll let you guys be the judge. And if you guys like this game, though, make sure to go ahead and like it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I will be making some more announcements in the near future about an upcoming tournament. Yeah, so be excited about that, and also some additional partnerships that I am doing. I am no longer, I still have my partnership with Raptor, and that's only for a couple games a week. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.